Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to CoinNewsExtra TV interview session. It's a program where we invite innovators, stakeholders, influencers in the blockchain, AI, fintech, and ecosystem to add their view and to also know the state of the ecosystem. So today, we're going to be having conversations, very interesting conversations about this ecosystem. So joining us to have this conversation is Alexandre Frederick da Silva, who is the head of business development at MATCHAIN. Alexander, it's a pleasure to have you.
Yeah, my pleasure. My pleasure. And first time doing any intervention with a Nigerian news media outlet. So yeah, big pleasure, and hopefully you guys will love it.
Interesting, it's a pleasure to have you. You're welcome to Africa. So joining him also is Anastasia, who is the CMO of MATCHAIN. Anastasia, it's a pleasure to have you also.
Hello, it's a pleasure to meet you. MATCHAIN has a massive Nigerian community, so we are grateful for the opportunity to share our vision, mission, and answer your questions. Thank you for having us.
Oh, interesting. It's a pleasure to have you too. We are going to go for a short break. When we return, we'll be able to go into the conversation and we'll be able to hear from them with some of the questions we have. Please do not go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back. It's still CoinNewsExtra TV interview session. So the number one question I have is, let's look at the vision of MATCHAIN. Can you share MATCHAIN's vision for integrating AI with blockchain and how it aims to revolutionize this ecosystem?
Well, let me start a bit, and then
Sure.
Alex will take So as you probably discovered, our website MATCHAIN is layer 2 on BNB chain. We are a decentralized AI blockchain, and at MATCHAIN, we believe that data should belong to users. So, like all the big corporations, like Google, like Facebook, control our data, and we are sharing insane amount of data every time we are signing up somewhere. So all this personal data is all over the place without giving people a choice, and they don't even know what does it mean to keep data under control. So we are here to change that, and our goal at MATCHAIN is to redefine digital sovereignty by merging AI with blockchain to build decentralized identity solutions that put users in. So we have our flagship product, ID, which is universal sign-in. As our CEO Patrick likes to say, imagine you have a backpack where you can carry everything with what belongs to you, your diplomas with all your grades, degrees, all your passports, all your identities, wallets, and everything you want to put in your backpack. So people can control their data, what is used, who has access to it, and under what conditions. Alex, if you have anything to add, please join me.
Yeah, almost nothing. That was a fantastic presentation by Anna. Yes, very simply, and working on what Anna said. The goal is extremely simple. Right now, people are being explored by these big corporations, and they don't have the ownership of their data, and they are not rewarded for giving up that data. So the goal of MATCHAIN is really to make sure that people, the community, our Nigerian community, which is very special, gets rewarded for giving that data to anyone. So that's the ultimate goal.
Let's look at the enhancing blockchain efficiency with AI. We know we are talking about, when you talk about AI and blockchain coming together like a convergence of these two technologies. In what way can AI improve blockchain performance, scalability, and all the rest of them? How do you think it will make major impact? You can go, Alexander.
So exactly. So there's many utilities. There's many of them that we are still exploring, obviously. But the biggest one, I would say, have a lot to do, and thanks to AI, to the fraud detection. Because one thing that we see a lot right now are two big things. The first one is that people are duplicated across channels, meaning that you give your phone number to a company, you give your email to another company, you give your Instagram to a third company, and suddenly there's three people that are different, and people are going to count as one individual, another individual, but all these people are the same individual. So the first thing that our process and why matching exists, the first thing that we really want to do is we want to stop this constant duplication or even more between companies. We want all the data to belong to a single person, and those companies know that the data belongs to this person. So no more duplication. And then the other thing that we're seeing a lot, unfortunately, is fraud. So through AI, we can have this fraud detection, meaning that even if someone is able to create a fake Instagram account, thanks to all the data that we collect, meaning the Twitter, like other social media channels, the email, the wallet, we can make sure that the Instagram that this person included is actually a fraud. So that's what we do. We stop the duplication, and thanks to AI, we stop the fraud. Then obviously there's many other things that I could talk about. The biggest one is ZK, the zero knowledge concept, which you basically make sure that someone exists, meaning a transaction is real, without having to disclose all your information. This is also something that we are working a lot. So at MATCHAIN, we're working a lot, obviously, with AI agents, and with ZK.
Okay. Let me hear from Anastasia on this. Let's look at the real world applications. Beyond cryptocurrencies, when you mention blockchain technology, a lot of people tend to look towards cryptocurrency. Beyond that, where do you see the most promising application of AI-powered blockchain technology? Anastasia?
So the way AI improves the blockchain, there's many. One of my favorites is obviously the AI agents that have a multitude of possibilities. And the biggest example that I usually give is one thing that we are building right now, which with PSG, which is something that I'm sure all the football enthusiasts will love, which is the player ID. So the player ID is basically an aggregation of multiple data from multiple sources. Like, so imagine the player is on the training ground and is using a GPS tracker. And then you have the doctor that has the results of the blood tests of the player. And then you have the Nike or Adidas that collects data through the shoes that they use, the boots. So the goal of MATCHAIN and of this concept of player ID with PSG is that we collect and we use this data, we aggregate all this data, and then we give a feedback thanks to AI with all this data that we collected. So think of player ID as an aggregation of all the data of the player. And that is possible thanks to AI, obviously, and then it's stored on the blockchain.
When you talk about merging these two technologies together, what are some of the challenges that you encounter, MATCHAIN and other blockchain organizations encounter when trying to merge or bring together AI and blockchain? What are some of the challenges you face?
Yeah, the one of the biggest challenges, and I think that that is happening across all industries is really that unfortunately AI is not used as it should. Many companies, many projects, many products don't use AI, but because they see that the words AI, the artificial intelligence, is a concept that sells very well, people get very bullish, and investors get very interested in projects like that. Everybody says that they are doing things with AI, which is not true. And at MATCHAIN, we actually started by not having any AI on our product. And we only decide to include AI technology, AI capabilities, when we knew it was something that was going to take our project and our product to another level in terms of quality. And we didn't just tell the world we were using AI just because we were using AI. No. AI at MATCHAIN is really being used because it makes sense and it makes our project and our product better. So the first thing, the first problem is across all industries. Many people say they use AI when they absolutely don't. And then I would say that another problem that we face when we use AI is that there's many things that we still don't know about the capabilities of AI. I talked on the other question about the AI agents. The possibilities are insane with the AI agents, and they can really make a difference for the world, for humanity. But we still don't know all the harm that they can also do. So this is something that we need to take care. We need to make sure that it goes into the right direction and it's really creating value and not creating problems.
Yeah, let me add here to Alex a bit. I think I dropped, my connection dropped. Yes, I think that the main challenge right now is not to misuse AI agents we have currently right now, because everyone is blown away by the technology and everything. So we just should be careful how we are using it and how we are optimizing processes through it, so we will not lose control. And this is actually the only thing which we are trying to prevent right now, like all the companies around who is working with AI.
Interesting. Let's look at the future. How do you see the future of AI and blockchain coming together?
Hmm. I think that AI can be a perfect mechanism, a perfect helpful hand in terms of security, all this prevention of the human error. So we can go hand in hand, and AI can help us to have more accurate data analytics and everything what human can miss. Um, Blockchain will be faster because of the AI. We can analyze and take care of more amount of data we are receiving, because AI will help us to analyze it faster and more efficient and cheaper. And obviously, as we are trying to go towards the direction that data is belong to users, everyone will be fully aware how to take control over their data. Everyone will be responsible for their own data, and will have a monetization out of it. So everyone will have a passive income in the future and understand the digital value of themselves, which is really nice, because like right now we are living in the digital era. We are sharing the data, we are creating UGC every day. So like even Instagram offers us to have a monetization after the content we created. So like this is also the ultimate goal, to back
Yeah.
to these essentials.
Yeah, and building on what Anna said, I think that the AI will help a lot personalizing the experiences of the users, meaning that in the future you will no longer see, watch, hear, feel things that you don't want to see, hear, feel. Meaning that everything that you will experience are things that you already asked to experience before it happens. So that's what I think will happen a lot with AI. It's really personalizing all the experience, personalizing your life, basically.
Yeah, yeah.
Personalizing your life. So finally, before we draw the curtain on the conversation, what's the future of MATCHAIN? How do you feel in Africa? What are your plans over here in Africa, or are you already in Africa? So what are some of the activities of MATCHAIN over here?
We do believe that Africa is a very big market to work at, very big and unexplored still. So with everything what's happening in Africa, we do believe that by creating digital identities, we can increase amount of digital transactions, and we can provide more financial access to all the people in Africa. So it will enhance their experience and make it smoother, easier, and affordable, accessible. Then, of course, AI-powered blockchain education. So we can partner with African universities and startups to build a new generation of entrepreneurs and education. So when people educated and know how to use the technology, we can implement more things on the top we're already developing, because we will have a community which is prepared and ready to use it. So it's very crucial and important. And of course, Web3 fan engagement. So let's not forget that everything should be at least a little bit fun. So we will have this gamified experience to make our journey more interesting for everyone who is involved.
Yeah, and I would like to add that also, first about the blockchain. I think that the blockchain will be a huge transformation for Africa, just like when we saw the microcredits in Africa back 20 years ago. That was a huge transformation, and it allowed many people in Africa to start being entrepreneurs, to start having possibilities to build business. And I think that the blockchain will be the new microcredit of Africa. It will open up a lot of gates. It will make sure that many talented people in Africa will have the possibility to create big business, employ more people, and bring more money and value to communities and countries. So I think that's blockchain in general. And then I think that because obviously many governments in Africa are corrupted, and the value of the currency is also unfortunately going down a lot in value. I think that the blockchain will also help a lot of Africans to provide keep their assets, and even get more value from those assets through cryptocurrency and through the blockchain. And then MATCHAIN, I think that specifically what we're going to do, we are going to make sure that the data of the people in Africa is used only if they want, and they are rewarded if they use that data. So that's one of the big challenges that we have in Africa. And then the other thing that I think MATCHAIN will do very well is that we have our big partnership with PSG. And I know that there's a lot of Nigerian fans. I mean, Nigeria is just crazy about football, right? So I believe that MATCHAIN with PSG will do a lot for football. PSG already eliminated Liverpool, as you saw. They're going to play against Aston Villa. There's a big chance that PSG ends up in the final of the Champions League and even wins the Champions League. So if you see PSG winning the Champions League, think that MATCHAIN helped a lot into that success. Anna, myself, and all the team. So yeah, that's how I think MATCHAIN, cryptocurrency, and blockchain will help Africa a lot, and Nigeria specifically.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It has really been an amazing conversation so far with Alexandra and Anastasia. We really appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much for having us.